June 2nd, Saturday, not a barbell in sight, and quite intentionally not a barbell in sight. It's our second workout out of 5 with not a barbell in sight, and I think, unless you're new to CrossFit Linchpin, you guys know the deal. I think these days are so critical to not only your overall fitness and being able to move your body without an external loading, but if you want to train not just for a month or a year, but for years or decades, I don't think going heavy every day, I don't think touching loading every day, I don't think beating up your body every day like that is a smart thing to do. So these days with no loading are phenomenal. The workout is 4 rounds for time of a 400-meter run, 40 meters of a walking lunge, no loading, and 4 rope climbs, 15 feet. This workout went through several different intervals before it ended with what it is right here. Of course, I like how the numbers shake out, right? The numbers have to be beautiful. So we've got 4s everywhere. Very nice. I almost made the walking lunge with some loading, but then 40 meters with loading would just honestly be obnoxious times 4 rounds. Didn't want that. And then we did get in some single leg stuff earlier in the week with the dumbbell box step overs. Those had loading, so this seemed to make sense to go unloaded. And then for times 4, you're going to get in 160 meters of walking lunges, which is a significant, I just realized I was looking at the wrong part of the camera, which is a significant distance of walking lunges. So it will get you. And we did some deads yesterday, so the hamstrings are probably a little bit lit up. And then looking backwards, I looked at what had we done recently with regards to chin over bar pull-ups, chest to bar pull-ups, bar muscle-ups, ring muscle-ups, and when I looked back, it was time to throw in some rope climbs. And so we're gonna get in 16 rope climbs by the end of this as well. So this is a day, mile of running, 160 meters of walking lunges, and 16 rope climbs. There's some really good volume packed into here, but it's packed in, breaking up into 4s, 4 rounds. It's very reasonable chunks of work. It should be a fantastic day. The scaled option, 4 rounds for time of a 200-meter run, 20 meters of walking lunges, and then 2 rope climbs. And if you don't have the rope climb as a scaled athlete, if that is challenging for you, you can just do 10 ring rows instead of the 2 rope climbs. If you can do all of this as prescribed, but you just don't happen to have a rope, then what I would recommend is 5 pull-ups per rope climb. And depending upon what you wanted to do, you could do just 5 chest to bars, you could do 5 regular chin over bar pull-ups. I would probably just do chin over the bar pull-ups. I'm a huge fan of towel pull-ups. So if you've never heard of those before, just literally get a heavy-duty towel, a bath towel that'll take your weight, fold it in half, put it over a pull-up bar, then you'll grip the towel, and then just bend your knees so your feet are off the ground and pull just like that from arms extended to touching your arms to your chest 5 times per rope climb. And I did that for a long time when I didn't have a rope available to me. And I'm here to tell you, towel pull-ups are way harder than rope climbs. I should probably put them into a workout. Now that I say that out loud, that would be amazing. So most people have access to a pull-up bar, most people have access to a towel, so you will have a way to knock this out in one way, shape, or form. Accessory work, if you so choose, it's optional. 1 arm dumbbell rows, 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps per arm, and then 50 hollow rocks. Just gonna get in some good gut work. The 50 doesn't have to be unbroken. If you can do 50 hollow rocks unbroken, fantastic, but if not, do 5 sets of 10, do a 25, a 15, a 10, however it gets you there. And if that volume to you is a bit too much, by all means, you can scale down the accessory work as well. The accessory work should complement what you're doing. If you're new to all of this and the accessory work is actually leaving you a bit beat up or is potentially turning into a bit too much volume for you, scale that back. Again, if it's not benefiting you, don't do it. Cut it in half, slowly build up to it, or potentially you don't need it at all. But it's there if you want it. And tomorrow's a rest day. I highly encourage everybody to take it. Have a good weekend.